Temple of Anubis. It will be a Orisa Bastion defense from the Paris Eternal, and Atlanta Rain
Interesting.
going wacky on the attacky, as they say. And Lair are going to be looking at that, and they decide, you know what?
Yeah.
That's an anti-goats composition that they were running. But they are going to have to play dive into this to a certain degree, and that means that the Wrecking Ball is going to come out alongside, surprisingly, the Winston. This is Mega Dive.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we see on like maps like Route 66 sometimes too. You just like Mega Dive the Bastion and try to take him out. They're going to go in right top Soon, trying to beat DPS down. I can't believe he lived. I cannot believe Soon is still alive right now. Fight's not over, but so far so good for Paris. They kept the Bastion alive. Oh, and Endlayer down in the back. Hip gets him with the headshot. That's something every Zen loves to see. He's going to get taken out by Poco eventually, but Paris coming back with a couple of kills off of Soon's Bastion.
Oh, no.
And they're going to be able to hold for now. Man, I am still shocked that Soon lived through that initial assault.
I think we all Lardo, and the problem is for the Atlanta Rain, your tank HP is a resource that you cannot get back with. You have to finish the kill, because if you don't, you've used too much of your HP and you're not going to break it a second time on that push.
Right, and you talk about, well, what about Lucio's healing boost? Well, he's probably not going to be using it because he needs the speed. Oh no, Urser gets caught in the doorway. A botch swing, and that's going to lead Poco to die here. Yeah, I mean, you come in now, he gets moved away. Masa's so ready, or rather, Dogman's so ready for that one. Man, that is rough, dude.
Okay, I mean, you killed Nico, but he's going to get res, so.
That's right, yep. Easy res for Cruz.
Oh, you used your pulse bomb for that. Not sure that you wanted to use it there.
I mean, generally, though, if you're running into an Orisa, Bastion, pulse bomb is a great tool, right? Because
not after the fight is over.
No, but in general, it's not, you know, pulse bombs aren't bad, but the timing is what made that a little bit rougher.
Yeah, you'd like to have it here.
For Atlanta. All right, gonna go in again, trying to dive onto Soon. Once again, Soon lives through it. For the moment, now the self-destruct coming out. Daco gets pushed away by that one, pops his own self-destruct. Meanwhile, Atlanta are getting the kills. They did finish off Soon, so it looks like they might be able to finally take point A here, but man, that took a long time. Finzi did also eat Endlayer's pulse bomb during all that as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was just doing that for an exit D-mech, not really a big deal. He's going to be switching off the Tracer anyway, but you know, if you have this kind of composition on A and you are the Atlanta Rain, you need to take it fast. Paris Eternal, they actually got a really nice delay there. Now everyone resetting over to 3-3, but look at Atlanta, because they had that Lucio and the Zenyatta. They're coming in with a pair of support ultimates to just the one from Hip.
Well, that's
on
the
Paris.
thing. If you dedicate yourself to big point A defense, you have to make those swaps on B, and then you're going to have a big deficit in the ult economy. Paris trying to just brawl it out. We'll see how long they can hold it. Atlanta Rain coming in at the edge right now. Going for it. There's the Transcendence coming out for both teams. Finzi's mech already gone, though. Rough start for Paris as they back off, and there goes Cruz as well. Dogman picks him out of the air. And now Atlanta Rain free and clear to just jump on Paris and finish them off. So despite a slow point A, we might be seeing a really quick point B take by Rain here.
I mean, this is the gamble that you make, right? It's not bad for Paris. They still got
it. Wow, clean winning it. One fight is all it takes for Atlanta Rain to take B.
Yeah, and it really went the best way it could have for Atlanta, because you got the Transcendence out after the D-mech, so really wasn't doing anything. Easy for Atlanta to wait that one out, and then engage on the second point with 2 support ultimates. So, but you know what? For Paris, you got rid of 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which for an assault map in this meta is not bad at all, right? Most of our assault maps we're seeing go to 4 or more points per team.
Fair enough. Very true. I gotta say, one of the things that's impressed me the most is just how ready for Cruz Atlanta Rain has been. Like, especially Masa at the individual level. We saw that during halftime. They highlighted the Hollywood play where Masa just pushing him away. But the whole team in general, they're just not getting caught by any of Cruz's tricks that have worked so well for Paris up until now.
Yeah, and Masa's actually out-cruising Cruz in a lot of ways by doing a good job of playing forward and displacing tanks. Atlanta Reign, we are going to see this strategy, the old school strategy we saw so much in the inaugural season of Widowmaker, Junkrat, and Orisa high ground defense.
Yep.
And this is still going to be a very viable strat even in this meta, because the thing about playing triple tank, triple support is you have to play on a very exposed point, and that's going to give Junkrat a lot of tires as he pumps that grenade damage into your composition. Trouble is, if you get, if you don't execute it properly, and I think Atlanta's going to do it just fine based on their execution today. And the idea here is force Paris Eternal into a dive composition to dislodge it.
I'll see if they can do just that. Enlayer taking a couple shots early on with that Widowmaker, forcing the shield early from Ben Best. As they rotate around, just making sure there's no one about to jump up on. Oh, and Urster gets two! He gets two with the concussion mine already. Another one onto Soon, and that's about as one-sided as it gets for the beginning of this defense for Atlanta.
I mean, they were so distracted by Enlayer on the high ground behind the Orisa barrier that they didn't see that little mine there. They got a couple of those support kills. Paris has swapped over to the Moira because you want that extra healing, that huge amount of healing on the point, because the idea is you try and outlast the damage from the Junkrat, but even the approach might be tricky here. Mine and trap in the room right there is going to get triggered.
That does push people away from the doorway. Look at that, he throws in the second one. Soon down already. Paris scrambling. They are stuck in that room without their Zarya, and Urster just going to go right over the top, man. Gets booped away, though, by the Diva, who's ready, but here comes a tire. Yep, going over the top. You want to avoid it. What did he get out of that one? I think he might have gotten the DMEC. No, not quite. Pokebo does finish off Cruise, so that is something, and there's the DMEC onto Finzi. So Pokebo just cleaning up the damage that was done by the tire early on, and Atlanta's still holding strong here on point A.
And I keep saying this, Noah, but we need to see more of these strategies. This strategy is still very strong on Anubis A, but teams have been so scared of using it because if it gets broken, you lose the map so quickly. But if you play it right, then it forces teams to go back to dive comps that they were having to run last season that they may not even be practicing right now, frankly.
Oh,
kablam.
This is one of those things where, like, you watch the death cam and you're like, oh, lucky Junkrat, stupid mind. No, it was all skill from Urster.
Yep, great positioning.
Yep.
And now they're going to get through this choke, but it's all about if they can get onto the point without losing somebody to Enlayer's Widowmaker or getting hit again by a bunch of mines, and they're already low.
That's the thing, you take all that Junkrat damage, then the Widowmaker easy pickoffs. Dako self-destruct, gets his mech back at full health. Now here comes the tire after Paris has already scrambled away. Waiting for it. Oh, gets Cruise. You can't poop that away, my friend. That is rough. And Paris again, back to the drawing board. They're under 2 minutes remaining in this attack.
I mean, they can't keep playing this composition because look at the ult charge they have. They still need another fight to get ults, basically. And then they've got one fight with those ults in order to win.
Yep. Gonna try to just charge in. Oh, Hip dies right as he gets his Coalescence. That ultimate not gonna do them any good.
Urster flanked them. He dropped down and got the kill onto the supports, bringing up the rear of the Eternal formation.
Well, I think it's kind of the very mortal formation now at this point. Not looking anything like Eternal at the moment. Urster throws another concussion mine. There's the Coalescence from Hip as he comes back, but he's cut off from the rest of his team. Soon does get Urster, though, as he bounces around, and now an opportunity for Paris. I thought Hip was going to get caught in the doorway, but no, they make it
they
through.
Can't get the res either. That's the Junkrat tire, not going to be available for the start of this fight, but he can always just try and use it from spawn, so this has to be a fast push from Paris.
Sure does. Pokebo loses that supercharger early on. You can hear the tire. It's rolling. Soon's grab gets eaten by Dako. That's a big tool for Paris that they don't have now. Tire from on top, and he gets two. Ben Bess and Nico, they just didn't know where it was coming from, and Paris with that sound barrier are just trying to cling to life, but it's just 30 seconds remaining now for Atlanta Reign to defend and win this map. There goes Soon, and the kills so staggered that Paris is really not going to be able to form a cohesive attack.
And not only that, but they have to play into the infrasite now from Enlayer. They're going to try a desperation swap. Why didn't they switch to this composition earlier?
I don't know, man. You got to do something at this point if you're Paris, but it might be too little, too late. They took one tick on A, but they're going to need a lot more if they want to stay alive in this map. Dako just tosses that self-destruct, and again, Soon got trapped and killed by concussion mine. That's Atlanta Reign. They will win this series 3-0 so far. One map to go, but it is already Atlanta Reign breaking the streak. Paris Eternal looking very mortal now.
Bless you, Atlanta Reign, for finally successfully running that strategy. I have been bashing my head